You are now listening to You Know Why I Am Here. Come on, don't look at me like you don't know exactly why I'm here. You are my friend, the best one I have by a mile, the only one who understands me, my moods, my motives. I don't need you for anything specific today, I only need you to decide for me. What is it that I want and crave, when I am not even sure myself? If it was sex, I would simply ask you. We've known each other long enough by now to make that mistake, to even walk it back just in case either of us suddenly no longer feels comfortable. I wouldn't expect that, but if it happened we could just say no, laugh it off, and stay good friends. Not every guy could do that with every girl they know, but you and I could pull it off. But that would require me to be certain, that would be the end of a day when I woke up horny, went to work like that, and then regretted not taking care of it in the morning for 8 hours straight. I would stand at your door and demand you let me in, and I would be willing to burn some bridges if it means getting you naked, getting you to undress me even if it remains the only time we do that. But no, it's not like that today. Today is a day when I'm not sure what I actually want from it, from you, or what I'm really trying to escape from. You can be that escape, you can take my mind off things. Sometimes a conversation with you is enough to make my thoughts go in a completely new and different direction. Maybe that is all we should do today, talk things through, whatever those things are. Maybe I can actually remember what problems I am trying to solve, and maybe you have a problem of your own or one of those cute little stories that you tell so well. You have that kind of voice that feels honest, without that incredibly sexy tone that some other guys have. I have never been able to trust that, when someone makes your mind spin no matter what they say, it's just not good or healthy. But with you, much like the rest of you, you are only sexy when you work for it, and that to me is even sexier. But maybe, talking is not all that I need today, or at least tonight. There are still some evening hours left for us to circle around each other, tease a bit and test some limits, and realize that we are both fine with what has happened so far. Maybe a touch on my shoulder, one of those caring ones that seem to linger even after your fingers leave. And maybe you even dare to go a little further, overstep some much-needed boundaries as you reach out for my feet, and dig your fingers into them. God knows that I would wince and still hold your asking gaze, showing you it's not the touch that makes me uneasy but how much I just needed that. You would naturally walk things back from there, weirded out by the fact that you really just did that. You would feel like you barely got away with it, totally understanding of me getting up and leaving, with a sad look on my face over a lost friendship. And then, realization would set in that I'm still sitting here, watching you watching me, blowing air into my mug of tea that has long reached drinkable temperatures. And your mind would return to that state that I like so much about you, this constant being ahead of itself, of playing cute jokes and tricks. Of bending words and sentences, the ease with which you string a secret joke or meaning into seemingly normal sentences. You would go on to flirt with me, in that way that is so irresistible because it is so respectful. The smile on your eyes would tease me, the look in your eyes ask me if this is all still fine with me. An hour would pass like that, of us having two conversations at the same time, and you would find a way to get close to me again, and then closer. You would ask me if I feel like a neck massage, and I would shrug, with a smile. You would smile back, then turn around and say something about tense muscles, and I would laugh about you messing with my expectations, then dig my fingers into your shoulders for a bit. You would ask if it's okay for you to return the favor, and I would shoot you one of these looks that hopefully convey the fact that you have been polite enough, asked enough. And you would understand, and finally get behind me, pull my body close to you, and get to work on whatever it is on me that needs that work. You would massage my neck like you said, but my back needs your strong thumbs, too, and your knuckles working their way down. You would reach around me, pull me close again, act like you don't know where to place your hands, and we would both giggle over your obvious predicament. Maybe I would say something about not stressing yourself too much, maybe you would be quicker than my words with that first daring touch. You would say something like _ain't no safe space here anyway _, and cup both my breasts in your hands, and hold onto them as we both giggle our way through that mesmerizing first advance after a long string of totally normal touches. You would still wait a second for me to say anything, but then your thumbs would find their way to pinch my nipples a little, and your lips would appear on my neck, where they belonged all day long. And I would melt away from that point forward, become so malleable in your hands, so weak and helpless and incapable of mustering any sort of resistance to anything. Not that you would try anything too wild, you're too cute and caring for that, but if you were to, I would let you, and anything up to that point is fair game anyway. You would find a way to navigate the narrow pathways of my mind, find a way to be in 3 places with 2 hands, of simultaneously surprising me and doing exactly what I expected you to. You would caress my cheek and be cute above the blanket, and your other hand would slip underneath my pants and do things to me that make me gasp. You would whisper words into my ear that would make me feel safe and comfortable, and comfort my body to the point where I fear actually melting before you have really started. And sure enough, I would. I would no longer lean against you, but float in your arms, bounced around by waves, and washed ashore to lie there, beached and helpless. The rolling tides would fetch me again, pull me back out to sea, then crash me against the rocky shore. The townspeople would come to collect the usable pieces of driftwood, then build a hut out of it, a hut that wouldn't last through the next storm because a jolt of lightning would set it ablaze. And eventually, the storm would settle and I would be there, charcoal more than wood, and each drop of rain that fell on me would spark a little cloud of dust into the air, and the burning embers would spark into a little nest of flames, without growing into an actual fire again. You would carry me to bed, or maybe just hold me there and then, and make me fall asleep on the couch, to wake up in your arms, with both of us too sore to complain about being sore.